Hi guys, Jason here. Sorry it's been so long. This is going to be a quick update. I'm going to answer some questions that some of you have had, and I'll be showing you a few new things. Not too much added to the layout, but I will show you a few new pieces of rolling stock that I've gotten, and like I said, I'm going to answer a few questions about the layout. I'm going to start with this Atlas 89-foot flat car for intermodal containers. It came with two containers, but I just decided to put one on right now to make it look a little more prototypical to my liking. Atlas hasn't made these in the last year, but they are extremely detailed, and don't underestimate how large this car is. This is the longest car I have on my layout. I thought that my auto racks and my intermodal containers and those well cars were the biggest, but this by far is the longest car on my layout. I was really worried that it would be running into my other trains on the curves, but I haven't had any problems yet. This is the only one I have. I do have one more that I think I'm looking to buy. I'm probably only going to have maybe two of these, maybe three, because you'll see just a couple of them in real life in an intermodal train consist. But this is a very, very cool car. It's a great addition to the layout. Alright, the next thing I have are these well cars from Lionel. I have a lot of well cars already, but these are the most detailed and the nicest intermodal well cars that I own. These are really hard to find. I won these two off eBay. The containers in them are not the containers that came with the two cars. The Hanjin and K-Line containers are from Atlas. The containers that came with it are very cool, and I do have them on the rest of the intermodal train, but I put these containers in just because I thought it looked really cool. These are die-cast cars. They're extremely nice. They ride really well too. Just absolutely fantastic cars that Lionel put out. Before I get to the next couple items, I did want to point out that I got my Norfolk Southern ES44 back from MTH. It was under warranty, so they fixed out the bad boards for free, and it's running great, and I have it hooked up to the Norfolk Southern SD50. Alright, next I have this small Atlas tank car that says Rich Lube Motor Oil. This is part of Atlas's Steam Era Classics line that they've been putting out. So this is something that obviously you would see in the Steam Era. My father actually bought this car. I really like it. It's unique. It's not a modern tank car, but it still goes with a lot of my other pre-war, post-war rolling stock, and I really like it. I think it looks really cool. Alright, this next car I'm extremely excited about. This is the matching Santa Fe Vista Dome to go with my ABBA Super Chief set. I have the 5-car pack and the RPO car, and I went to my dealer to see if he still had this one, and he sold it a long time ago, but he said he would look around and see if he could find one, and he found a dealer online that he was able to meet up with, so he was able to snag this for me. I was really excited about it because these stainless finished passenger cars are really hard to get, even though they were just released in the last year. They're very popular and they went very quick, so I'm really happy to add this to my collection. Alright, last I have this GATX tank car from Atlas. I bought this just because I really like big scale tank cars, and I think this is a pretty cool addition to the layout. A really nice piece, rotating bearing caps, everything you would expect from Atlas. I think Atlas puts the nicest rolling stock out there. Lionel competes pretty closely with some of its top of the line stuff, and of course MTH has always been putting out pretty high quality stuff, but this Atlas tank car is very nice and I'm really glad I bought it. One question that I got from a couple people was to give a demonstration of how my switches work, the way I have them wired, and how I control them. Now I control my switches using the MTH DCS command system with the AIU, or Accessory Interface Unit system, that hooks in to the MTH DCS system. When I started wiring my switches, or before I started wiring my switches, I was scared to death because you always hear that wiring, and wiring switches in particular, is a very painstaking process. And but once I got started and I just simply followed the directions that MTH had and that Atlas switches had, I actually found that I wired all of my switches in about 2 days, and I only spent maybe a couple hours doing it, and I think I did it well. They work fine. I haven't had any switches fail on me. So let me show you real quick with the remote on how this works. Let me give it a second to focus in on the screen here. But it's very easy to use. Alright, so right now we're at the engine menu, so we're going to click SW for switch. And you have them named. You get to name each switch. For example, this that says top 1 is the switch that links the middle loop to the top loop. The top cross is simply the crossover on the top loop. And I have intermodal 2, intermodal 1, yard cross 1, yard cross 2, front cross 1, front cross 2. And so you would scroll over to the switch. For example, front cross 1, which is the crossover right in front of the camera right now. And then I click right here, S5, which is below this curved switch symbol. I click that button and it switches the track. And it tells you switch when you push the button, so it lets you know that your tracks did switch. Now if I move this out of the way and we look down at the switch, when I push the button, you can see that it moves pretty nicely every time. Now I did wire these two switches together, which isn't very difficult to do. I did it so that I could save wiring ports on my accessory interface unit to accommodate as many switches as possible. It comes with 10 ports for the switch program, so I'm going to have to buy another accessory interface unit for my yard area. There's still maybe 5 switches at the engine facility that still need to be wired, so I'll be getting another accessory interface unit, but they plug in. You can plug as many AIUs together as you want, so that'll be coming up soon. But really, this was so much easier to do than I had expected, and I'm so glad I did, because there are a lot of switches on the layout that I can't reach without crawling over everything. And eventually, once the layout has scenery and everything, you're not going to be able to do that. So this was very easy to do. Don't be afraid to jump in and mess around with it and try to, get all your switches wired. You'll be really glad you did. I got another request to show a demonstration of my double reversing loop. Now, if you don't know what a double reversing loop is, let me start with explaining what a single reverse loop is. If you imagine a loop of track in the shape of a teardrop, it'll make a loop and then it'll come right back to where it started from, facing the opposite direction. Now I have 2 of these on the layout, which is why it's called a double reversing loop. One of them is underneath the layout and another one is on the top level. Now, I did do a video a little while back showing a locomotive traveling this route, but it was quite a while ago, so I figured I would show you another one. And so I'm going to have the Santa Fe make the loop from the top to the middle to the bottom and back up, and it will be traveling that double reverse loop, and you'll see exactly how it works. And then I'll also end the video with just an overall run session of all the trains, like I usually do. There is one more car that I forgot to mention, and that is this track cleaning car that I bought maybe a month ago. I did a full review on it, and I was planning on posting it, but I decided not to because there really wasn't that much to say about it. I will say that it cleans the track well. It's not the most advanced track cleaner on the market, but it's also not the cheapest one. So it's a good in the middle as far as a budget goes. So it works well. I run it around every few times I run the trains. Doesn't snag on any switches or anything. Works very well. Comes with extra cleaning pads and cleaning fluids. So I'm happy with it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and maybe I'll get around to posting that review video. Okay, before I end this video with some of the trains running, I want to say that I've gotten a lot more subscribers in the last month, so I want to thank you all for subscribing. I've had a lot of fun doing these videos. Something else to mention, I went to a train show today, which is the Ohio's largest train show in Lakeland, Ohio. It's on the east side of Cleveland, and I'm ashamed to say I didn't buy a single thing, but there is a reason for that, and I'll give you a little hint as to why I didn't buy anything. There was a train set that I have been looking to buy for a very long time, and I finally found one, and my dealer is selling it to me, but I'm making some payments on it, so I'm not buying anything else until I pay for that train. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's not brand new, but it is a very special train. I don't think many of you will, or I don't think I've told many of you what it is, and if I have, try to keep it a secret, and I'll be making a big review on that once I finally bring it home. But I am making payments on it, and it'll be well worth the wait. I'm extremely excited about it. I've been looking for this particular set for a long time, and I can't believe I finally was able to get one. So look for that maybe in the next month or so. Still have a ways to go on the payments, but I'm taking my time with it, so just something to look forward to. Feel free to take a guess at what that set might be. It could be a lot of fun. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave comments, ask more questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. This is just a lot of fun for me, and I hope it's a lot of fun for you. So take care and enjoy.